basic, fundamental cues they need so that we can set them up for more complicated behaviors later on. And those basic cues are going to be the word yes, and the word yes is meant to let her know that she's done something correct. And then I'm going to teach her her name, so that when I say her name, I want her to whip her head around at me to look at me, to give me some of her focus. And then I'm also going to teach her eye contact on cue, and we call that watch. And then we're also going to teach her how to put her nose to my fingers so that we can get her to move from point A to point B without having to do any kind of physical handling, which for a dog that might be a little timid would be really, really good for her. And then we're also going to teach her how to sit, and then if we have time, we'll work on down as well. I use positive reinforcement-based training methods, and that means I'm going to teach her based off of giving rewards to her. I'm not going to give her any kind of physical punishments or verbal punishments. If she doesn't do a behavior that I've asked her to do, I'm going to ask myself what it was that I did to make that communication fall short. If I feel like there wasn't a communication error, then I just won't give her the reward, and that's going to be the consequence for not doing the behavior I ask. I like saying that I ask for behaviors. I don't command a dog to do anything, because what this is a conversation I'm having with her. She is an animal that has her own free will. She should be allowed to have her own emotions and motivations and desires, and I think it's wrong for people to think of dogs as machines or robots where you kind of program them a code and they have to do it. So I'm not going to force her to learn anything. I'm going to try and motivate her to want to learn. And the easiest kind of reward that I can dispense to her is food. So I have a food reward here. Sometimes dogs will work for toys, sometimes for attention. Food, though, is something that's the most easiest to utilize in training. The mechanics of the delivery of it is so much easier than a toy or attention. So I'm going to get started and teach her the marker word, and that word is yes. And yes is to let her know that I want her, that she's done something correct. So if I asked her to lay down and she's down, I would say, yes, good job, Layla, you did lay down, that's it. That's what the word yes is supposed to communicate to the dog. The way that I communicate this is by simply saying it and then giving it to her. So I'm just going to say yes and give her food. Yes. Yes. The yes needs to sound pretty light and upbeat. I don't want to sound angry or stern. She's supposed to become excited when she hears the word. Yes. 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 Right here. Yes. 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 All right, so now that I've conditioned her to the word yes, I'm going to move on to the next activity, and that's going to be watch. Watch is cued eye contact. Whenever I say cued, it means I'm going to formally ask her to do it. When I teach the watch, we're going to rely on luring to get the eye contact. Luring means that I'm going to lure her gaze onto mine. And the way that I get her to do that is to follow the food that I have in And if I know that's gonna happen, if I know she's gonna follow the food that I have in my hands, it means that I have to kind of make that trajectory for her. So it's gonna be food to the nose, and then I'm gonna bring my hands up in between my eyes, and as I do that, I'm gonna say watch. So it's gonna be like, Layla, watch. If she does look at my eyes, I'm gonna say yes and give her a treat. And this is done best when you're standing, because you're gonna have to stand a lot when you're doing the watch. Treat to the nose, watch, yes, and treat, because she did watch. Watch, yes. Watch, yes. Watch, yes. Good job, Layla. Ready? Watch, yes. Watch. Wait her out. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna re-cue her. Watch, yes. Watch, yes. Watch, yes. Watch, yes. Watch, yes. Watch, yes. Okay, now I'm going to do it for my other hand. Watch, yes. Watch, yes. Watch, yes. Watch, yes. Watch, yes. Watch, yes. Watch. Layla, watch, yes. Watch, yes. Good girl. All right. So that's the watch, and the watch is important because it allows us to get focus from the dog looking at something else onto our face. And we can't really have a good conversation if we don't have eye contact first. So watch is going to be huge. All right, so the next thing we're going to learn is touch. Touch is asking her to put her nose to my fingers. Your fingers are going to look like a salute. It's going to be your pointer finger and your middle finger. We're going to only ask her to touch our fingers that are 2 inches away from her face, and as she gets better and better with this, we can ask her to touch from longer distances. Layla, touch. Yes. She touched my fingers with her nose, so I said yes. And if she hung out next to me, I would have given her a treat. Layla, touch. Yes. Fingers are at nose level. Layla, touch. Yes. They're not above her nose, they're not below her nose. Layla, touch. Yes. I'm not moving my fingers to her nose is coming to my fingers. Touch. Yes. Touch. Reset. Layla, touch. Yes, good. Sometimes you gotta wait them out. Right here. Layla, touch. She's looking at the food in my right hand and wondering why she can't just go get it out of my right hand. Layla, touch. Yes, good girl. Layla, touch. Yes. Layla, touch. Yes. Layla, touch. Yes, good girl. That was really a critical one right there. You ready? You want to try again? Touch. Yes. She very clumsily takes food out of my hands. It's liable to drop the way that she gets it out. Touch. Almost. Yes. Touch. Layla, touch. Oh, you tired? Layla, touch. Yes. good girl. So she's starting to connect the dots now. Layla, touch. Yes. Layla, touch. Oh, this one's gonna be hard. I'm just gonna wait her out and see if she does it. She might not. Still want the food? Come on. What you think? Come on. Layla, touch. Come on, Layla. Touch. I think she's thinking about it. Oh, I think I almost had her. Come on, Layla. Layla, touch. I'm too far away, which is why it's harder. She doesn't know it well enough yet for me to ask her to touch from all this way. So I'm gonna get closer to her. You ready? Layla, touch. You can do it. Yes, good girl. Good job. Nice work. You ready? Layla, touch. This is harder because she's having to get out of the down position to touch my finger, so it's a bigger one for her. Yes, you did it! Good job. Let's see if I can eventually get her out of the down. Touch. I think you know. What do you think? Come on, you know. You know it. You know it. Come on, let's do it. Come on. Yes, good girl. Nice job, Layla. Good girl. She did it. Touch. Yes, good job. Touch. Yes. Layla, touch. Yes. Touch. Okay, Layla, touch. Layla. You can do it. You can do it. Yes, good girl. Good job, Layla. Good job. All right, I'm gonna try standing up now, rather. Ready? Touch. Layla. Oh, she's so tired. Layla, touch. Almost. Yes, good girl. Touch. Almost. Yes, good job. Touch. Yes. Touch. Almost. Yes. Ready? Touch. What do you think? You can do it. I know you can. Layla, touch. Yes. Good job. Layla, touch. Yes. Good job. Layla, touch. Touch. Yes. Touch. Yes. Good job. Touch. Yes. Touch. It's okay. You want a break? Yes. Good job. I'm going to give her a little bit of a break. I'm going to sit at a distance away from her and I'm going to see if she gets up to interact. What do you think? Do you want to interact with me? Ooh, there's someone coming. What do you think? What do you think? You're so pretty. You want to come over here with me? Come here. Come on. You want to come? What do you think? We can try something else. You're drooling. You're drooling. Yeah, there she is. There she is. Oh, you want to learn some more things? You want to learn some stuff? Hmm? You want to learn some stuff? You ready? You want to learn some more? Yeah? 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 Alright. You want to try and do sit? Alright. So we're going to stop with the touch and then we're going to move on to sit. So sit, again, we use mooring. I'm going to take food in my hand and I'm going to bring it above her head. Like that. Nope. I'm going to take this leash off of her. She's going into a down again. She must be tired from maybe playing with the other dogs. Alright. So I'm going to bring it over her head. And when I bring it over her head, her eyes follow my hand. And when that happens, normally their weight will go into their back hips. She's so tired. And they'll go into that seated position. So you bring the hands up above the head, and what happens is the dog's eyes will go like this, and then they'll drop their weight in their back end. Here, Layla. You have to be out of the down first. All right, you ready? Good girl. And in order for this to work, the dog has to really be into the food. So what I noticed with her is I would whip my hand above her head and she would kind of lose focus of it and she'd give up on it, just like that. So instead, I'm always going to have the food be in her mouth, and I'm going to try and make an arc over her back so that kind of causes that weight to fall into those back hips. And you can see her start to move backwards in her back end. Thinking about it. Layla, you're doing okay. You're doing great. Loosen her. It's okay. Good job. Uh-oh, she gave up on me. Oh, there she goes back into the down. All right, we're gonna get the sit. We have to get out of that down first. You want that? Good girl. Good girl. Let's see. Yes, good girl. Yes, good. We almost had it. Almost. You're doing great. What's that? Whoa. There's lawn people outside, as you can see. Did you just see the tripod there? Layla. You can sit, I promise you can. Ready? Come on. Come on. Let's go. You don't want to work for me? I feel like you still have energy. Almost done, Layla. Come on. Get your teeth. Come on. You want to get in? What do you think? Come on. Yeah. Good girl. Here, right here. Good. Good girl. What's he doing? What's he doing? Yeah. So now I'm just going to wait to see if she'll sit down on her own accord from me loving on her like this. What do you think? You want to sit down? Almost. She took a step back that time. Yeah. You like your ears being buds? Oh, yeah. That's really good. That's really, really good, isn't it? Oh my gosh. What do you think? No, you're not going to go lay down. Girl, almost. Almost. Oh, that ear rub feels so good, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. What do you think? Oh. Almost. Yes. Oh. Tried to catch it. Almost got it. Come here. Yes, good girl. Good job. There it is. Yes. Whoop. From what do you do? Can you not? Get. Come here. Come here. Come on. Okay, so I'm going to try and lure her again. We'll see how this goes. I'm going to get a huge wad of food. If that helps. Whoa, big old wad of food. You can see the back end. She's just not wanting to yield it. We're gonna get this. Put your hand down. Oh, Layla. All right, come here. Come on. Come. Let's go. Come on. Come here. Come here, baby. Good job. All right. Almost. Alright, I'm going to utilize this counter right here. I'm going to try and see if I can back her up into this counter so that she can't kind of keep walking backwards. Sometimes dogs kind of spook themselves with this, so I'm going to try and go slow here. It's okay. She kind of just gave up there. Almost like I'm pushing my hand into her head to try and get that motion of going backwards. She's got the first parts of the sit down. It's just she's not wanting to move her back legs. I'm going to start to pet her as I do this, to try and increase feelings of being calm and relaxed, to see if that kind of gets her to melt into the sit. Good girl. Well, there you hurt the butt against the counter. Almost. She's got that arch down for sure. It's just a matter of getting that back end on the ground. So if you ever find her sitting naturally at your house, yes! Ah! You want to catch it and give her a treat for it. She's going into the down so quick that I'm having a hard time catching that behavior. Let me see if I can get her to get out of the down. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes! on trying to lure her body into doing something different than the entire down. Layla. Oh, mom. Let's sit. Yeah, oh, see, she's just never really in that seated position much. You might be asking, why not just push her butt into the down, into the sit. If I did that, there would be no learning happening. It would just be me forcing her to do something. So I can't do that. I have to have her be lured into it. Okay, so what I'm gonna try and do is just sit here with the food. And I'm gonna love on her and pet her and stuff. And I'm gonna keep feeding her, and I'm gonna see if eventually she's gonna drop her back into the sit, but keep her front end up. Oh, she really likes her neck and her ear being scratched.